be boosted.
Come and join us now. We need you with us.
Hi, everybody. I am Ben Green. And I am here with my two very best friends,
Jermaine Sneed.
Anthony Thomas.
and we are Screen Chasers.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You are listening to Three Pump Chumps, and it is good to be back, fellas.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Ba-da-da-dum.
Alright, it's not that shit.
Hey! This is, I think I already said it, but this is Three Pump Chumps. And
Whoa, it's not 2 Minute Man?
It's not 2 Minute Men anymore, fellas.
Dos
Minute
Those Minute Men. Y'all had fun, but it's time to get political. That's why I'm here. Oh, man. And speaking of political films, we just saw the movie Snitch, which is about...
A father goes undercover for the DEA in order to free his son, who is imprisoned after being set up in a drug deal gone wrong.
Hey, wait a minute, fellas. What's that smell? Do y'all smell it?
I do smell it.
What is that smell?
I smell what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is cooking in this movie.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. This movie stars the one, the only, The Rock, and Susan Sarandon and John Berthal?
Berthal.
Shane from Walking Dead.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! Alright! Alright!
Bravo. Hey, Anthony.
Yes, Ben.
I was just really curious about something.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What?
Well, you know, I direct films, and so I was curious who directed this film, because I was really hoping it was either Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. It seemed more like Sly, but I saw a lot of Arnold's influence on it. Was it one of those guys? Was it Arnold? I think it was Arnold. Was it Arnold?
No.
Oh.
This movie was directed by neither Sylvester Stallone nor Arnold Schwarzenegger. This movie...
Neither of them?
Neither.
What?
This movie was directed by Rick Roman Waugh? W-A-U-G-H, Waugh?
That explains why it sucked. All right, guys, here we are. We just saw the movie Snitch. Oh, man.
Not to be confused with Snatch.
Definitely not. Definitely not. If you're expecting to see Snatch,
No.
this is not the movie for you, folks.
Not in any means.
Welcome back. We're glad to have Ben back. Glad to have Ben
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, Ben Green is officially back in the studios.
I'm back here, everybody. I'm back.
He has returned from his several week-long Asian sex odyssey.
And you know, even when he was back, he was still in his Asian sex.
He was. He's been back for a week. This is the first time we've seen him.
Do you even know?
Did he learn the ancient art of ninjutsu while still there? So,
Yeah.
we just got through watching The Snitch, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yes, sir.
The Rock.
The Rock! So, speaking of starring The Rock,
Yeah.
what did you gentlemen think of The Rock's performance in this film?
I thought he did really, really well, actually. I was expecting, based on the trailer, something a little bit different than what I got, but I wasn't disappointed, because of that. I think The Rock is doing pretty good, and I think it's pretty awesome to see him take on something that's really a lot more drama. The Rock does not. I mean, Shane from Walking Dead, I think, has more like action badass moments than The Rock does.
good.
I guess his ass whooped.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he really does. Like, as big and cumbersome as that dude is, like you
Even
don't
in big ass clothes.
yeah,
Huge.
oh my god,
Fucking huge.
And like, okay, I don't know if it's just because it's The Rock and he's so freaking ginormous, but like just seeing him in regular scenes at certain times, I was like, come on, man, look at him, he's a giant, man.
You know, he didn't belong with regular people.
No,
No, he didn't.
All right, you need to put him in an action movie with a whole bunch of other huge people. It just doesn't
Well, see,
work.
but that's the thing is, I think, like the shortcomings of that, like you're talking about, like his acting, I think was fine. Like I think he was doing a really good job, but I think it's some poor directing, some poor storytelling on their part, because
terrible editing.
and there was some real clunky editing in the movie as well. I mean, let's be honest, because they, for whatever reason, they put Rock in certain situations where it was silly for him to be scared or concerned. You're like, look at you, the size of the doorway. Like what are you worried about?
Hey, there's a couple scenes where I don't care how big you are and how badass you are, a dude points a gun directly in your face and you ain't expecting it, you'd bitch out too.
Well, that was on. That was on. It's like, that's not one of the things. My big qualm is where, he's worried about being followed. And this isn't really a spoiler. He's worried about being followed. And the guy's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? He's like, no, don't worry. I parked the car like 3 blocks up the street. And The Rock's like in a hoodie, like he's incognito or something.
I didn't see you.
There's a giant, like man. Like, you're not inconspicuous, dude. I'm sorry.
What about the part where he walks to Malik's house and the bodyguard brings him in and he's 10 times bigger than the bodyguard?
Yeah.
He's bigger than the bodyguard.
I mean,
The only difference is he didn't have a gun.
That was the only thing.
That was the only difference.
You take that gun away.
They could have got the littlest dude there with the biggest gun, and Rock still would have been walking the same way.
Seriously.
Get that damn gun out of my face.
I think it'd been funnier if they would have got a small bodyguard with a giant gun.
I guess my biggest complaint is I love what The Rock did with the movie. However, he had to force his emotional scenes. The story did not take him there.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem with this film to me.
Some of the other performances in the movie, I think, some of them really helped him. Any scene with Shane from Walking Dead.
Definitely.
Man, that guy, wow. Fantastic. Any scene he was in with The Rock, I was like, Rock, you better start bringing your game because he's about to outdo you. He's about to steal this scene from you because he's like, the movie... For some moments, I was like, I wish The Rock was a supporting character, and the movie was about Shane from Walking Dead, and about him and his family, and him trying to like make a way for him or something.
Yeah.
Like, because that was really good.
Yeah, I thought Shane did a really good job. What's his name? John Brethnell?
Bratnell.
Bernthal.
Yeah.
John Bernthal.
Sorry, Shane. You're just so
man.
damn
Sorry,
good.
John.
He got killed from The Walking Dead, now we butchered his name. My
Yeah.
bad, dog.
Oh.
He did such a good job in this movie that I completely forgot for a little while that I hated him as Shane from The Walking Dead. So, you know what? I'll give him his props. For me to like you after being that much of a dick in that show where I was excited when you died, to seeing you like wrecking shop in this movie, the dude held it down. He definitely held
Maybe
it down.
some people are still catching up on The Walking Dead.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Sucks to be you.
Pretty much. That's a sign of a good actor, though. That's a sign of a really good actor. And really contrasts other characters like the actress Melina Kanakaridis.
CSI New York chick.
I'm not that familiar with her. I don't really watch. Do you watch CSI a lot?
No.
Really?
But there's a lot of reruns on USA, so I'm familiar with her just seeing her face.
Have you seen her in other things?
I've seen her in the Robert De Niro film called 15 Minutes, and she was horrible in that as well.
Was she?
Yes.
I thought she was. I thought her. I mean, God bless you, but the acting was terrible in this. I don't know if, again, maybe it was just some poor directing, and the actors didn't get the support they needed to make these scenes kind of work. Maybe they just threw them in there like, I'm gonna make this shot work, and you guys know what to do.
It's kind of what it seemed like. It seemed like, again, there was just that choppy ass editing and cutting. There were so many scenes where it's like, you're acting a lot, and I get it, but this is a very small scene, and you're way out acting this very, very small scene.
It didn't fit. It didn't feel right.
I want to say about 85% of this film was shot pretty standard, pretty nice. It was very glossy, done very well.
Yeah.
Then there's that other percentage where I was just like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? Like, I've seen like these zoom in, zoom outs. I'm seeing these like hazy, fuzzy scenes for no apparent reason. There's a sequence. Okay, there's one particular sequence where I stopped paying attention to the movie and I forgot where I was. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like in the middle of the movie, they're driving this semi truck and they stop in the middle of the highway just so Shane can get out and go to the back and close the door. And it zooms in, zooms out, goes fuzzy, and it looks like it's being shot from a freaking camera. Like they found footage on us for like 2 minutes. It was terrible. I was like, did the director just run out of film and just was like, oh shit, here, use my iPhone for a minute. I gotta get this shot.
Did you notice that it happened once also? The same thing happened when they were in like the Denny's and having a sit-down conversation. A couple moments, The Rock went out of focus, and I'm like, hey, focus puller, can we just... we're just sitting here. Like, I don't need to...
Yeah.
The movies, it doesn't feel that real.
Here's the thing. I think... Okay. Even though I gave this a worth it, and I stand by it, I think this movie is worth seeing in the theater. But I just feel like it was a slow-paced action movie because it's definitely not what you think it is from the trailer.
Is it an action film?
Yeah, well, there's action in it.
It's not an action film.
I just don't think so.
Okay, I think I just say that because it's The Rock. And
you know what? That's my problem with the movie. I felt like they should have just let it be what it was supposed to be in the first place, a drama. And I thought they pushed action in there because it was The Rock. And they're like, well, The Rock's audience is here, so let's do this.
Yeah, but
he was doing well.
This guy, the guy who directed this, Rick Roman, whatever his name is, he's known for stunts. That's what he did. He did stunts in Total Recall. He did it in Gone in 60 Seconds and a bunch of other movies that I don't feel like mentioning right now. But that's what he's known for, is for stunts and things like that. He's only directed a handful of movies, and this is definitely not going to be the one that's going to get him like behind the reins of a blockbuster. It's not.
Well, enough action to warrant that, I understand.
They should have pushed the drama. They should, because there were some good dramatic moments.
Yes.
Like some of the scenes, I was like, this is actually a really good moment. This is some cool stuff happening, but it's not put together well.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's scenes with The Rock and his son who is in prison.
Yeah, those were
stuff.
great. Like those moments.
Stuff.
That was some real stuff. Like I felt like, especially when the kid first gets arrested. Okay, when he first gets arrested and he's sitting there talking, it's the son, The Rock, his ex-wife, and their lawyer. And they're sitting there talking, and the son's like, "I'm not ratting out my friends," and this and that. And The Rock like chimes in dad mode.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
Seriously, that's what
he's across and he's like, "You're gonna do what the hell I tell you to say," and this and that. I was like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah.
Like, yes, sir.
exactly.
I felt like I was talking to my dad across the table.
I think one of my favorite exchanges between both of them was when the son first got beat up and the black guy was messing with him, and The Rock kind of looks at him and he's like, "Son, don't cry. Don't cry. Stand up, and you got to be a man in here." I was like, man,
he went gridiron game.
Yeah, I was like, this is a little
was
dramatic here. I like that.
It was really intense. A lot of things happen to the poor kid, the poor son.
Every time he showed up on screen, it was worse.
New
and worse.
stitches.
New stitches, new
Something you couldn't
scars.
see.
Now that's Jermaine. Do you wanna ask the big question? The question they never actually say outright, but they kind of they
allude to.
Okay,
Yeah,
it just can't be me. The way the mom was inferring, the way the scene was going, when he was in the infirmary, did anyone else think the kid got raped?
Hell yes, he got raped.
Did the son get raped?
Dude,
Did he?
Oh, ass pummeling. Like just,
Man.
yeah, dude.
Was it just not rated R and they couldn't go there, or why do you think they didn't just go ahead
I think they didn't go there because it wouldn't really it didn't tie in with the story they were telling.
It would have hit home to me.
Yeah, would it have?
Why is he?
It honed to me.
Hit you
Boom!
right in
Drop
your
mic on me. Okay. All I'm saying is,
with chocolate.
the whole dynamic between The Rock trying to get his son out of prison because he couldn't take another day in there.
Being ass raped.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was your prison experience like, Jermaine? What was
Similar.
Bill County jail's not that bad.
They imply a lot of things, and The Rock's reaction. I don't know if he did that on his own or what was going on, but the way he reacts, it's like, I know, you don't have to say it.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. It sold it to me.
Maybe that's just The Rock's good acting right there. Maybe in The Rock's head, his son was raped in prison,
Yeah.
so he acted that way,
So-
and it just read.
So The Rock just
Yeah.
projected it. My son
Projected
was
his
raped.
son.
yeah.
And so the kid was just like, "No, I just got beat up." Like that's
No,
what he's
you
doing.
were
And I was like,
raped.
"No, you weren't." Like I know what happened.
Turn around!
I know what happened to you. We ain't gotta talk about it. We just both know what happened. But Dad, seriously, they jumped me. They kicked my ass and like beat the shit out of me with their boots. I know. Wink, wink. I know, son.
Yeah, the kid walks away and he runs looking at the guy like, "Hey, did you rape me?"
Black guy looks at him.
I did.
I did.
I hate you. I'm gonna wait for you to get out, or I'm just gonna kick somebody's ass and get in, and I'm gonna rape you.
Rock, you know what? Now that's a movie. That's the movie.
The Rock breaks into prison to rape the guy.
That's the way to protect the son. Don't try to get him out of prison. Get into prison.
Cut from Snitch to Faster. It's The Rock's character in Faster raping that dude.
Oh man.
Oh my.
The kid was acting really weird towards the end. Like his psychologically, he was sort of like, "Oh was the sister. Whoa, like.
Yeah. Ah, my butthole.
Yeah.
Remember that time your house was egged and cleaned up and I laughed my ass off? I love you, Dad. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's so,
Dad, they're egging me in here.
yeah, that was. Okay, we're done.
This has been 3 Pump Chumps. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. Please check us out on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and coming soon to Red Sea TV. Everybody, again, welcome Ben Green back. It is great to have him back.
Good to be here, folks. Good to
Had a
be
lot of
here.
people talking about you.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't say it was all good. Anyway,
Oh.
again, check us out next week. I don't know what we're checking out yet. I know I'm tired of letting y'all decide.
Whoa.
Anthony said that. Anyway, if you thanks so much again for listening. Without you guys, we would not be where we are right now, and we guarantee we're just gonna keep on going. Street Chasers out. I love Pena.
Kids, tune in next time, and Uncle Jermaine will regale all of his prison stories for you.
Why do you think Uncle Jermaine likes changes?
Boosted.